the Living Outrageously podcast. This is the show where we teach you how to stop living a boring life and start living outrageously. My name's Dave Thompson, that is Matt Kelly, and this is the show where we teach you the psychology of success, but only for those people who want to step up and take it. Impossible is an opinion, and if you're staring down the barrel of that corporate job for 40, 50, maybe 10,000 years, and you want other options, this is the place to be because you literally can design your own life. Matt Kelly, awesome to be podcasting with you today. What is going on, brother?
Dave. Today is a turning point of epic proportions.
I love it.
This is huge.
I love it.
This is.
Where's your Nature's Organic shampoo?
I can get it. Should I get it?
Yeah, it's a turning point.
I'll get it.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not seen the turning point, you are about to. It is physically in the building. The turning point is physically in the building. Da, 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 da. It's a turning point.
It's a turning point.
I love it, Matt Kelly.
It's a turning point.
What's been happening, brother? Good New Year?
Good New Year's, yeah. Quality New Year's. Nice.
High quality.
Relatively quiet, but that was good. What else? Big weekend. Big day yesterday.
Mate, awesome boating.
Yeah.
How good is boating?
Yeah, for all you Americans and others that are in cold weather, we are in very hot weather currently, which is prime boating conditions.
And thoroughly enjoying ourselves, and that is what it's all about, living outrageously.
For sure. Exciting stuff.
Like your t-shirt, Matt Kelly.
Recordsetter.com. You want to break a world record? Go do it immediately. Immediately!
Your life will improve at least 20%
It will.
on the spot. That's awesome, man.
Dave, what's on your shirt? Is that a yak?
Man, I have yaks. I'm going to have to do a little bit of funky business. Yak.
Nice. The
Yeah,
yak.
man, I was in Nepal last year doing that Everest base camp trip, and I was like, that is an awesome shirt. I like yaks. And it fits perfectly, man. I feel cool.
Nice. So, Dave. So, New Year's. We're currently, what is it, the 2nd of January, right? So, happy 2012. Awesome.
Yeah.
Now, people set New Year's resolutions.
All the time, man. All the time. And if you have done so, awesome. That is so good. Like, congratulations. That is so good.
Can I say, congratulations on setting a goal.
Yeah.
Not on creating a New Year's resolution, on setting a goal. Because I think there's a distinction.
Yes.
I think
you are smarter than people give you credit for, Matt Kelly.
Appreciate
That's a ridiculous statement. People do give you credit for things. That is really good, man. There is a distinction. And what do you think it is?
Well, the issue with New Year's resolutions is, right, everyone's sitting there on New Year's Eve and they go, what's your resolution? And people go, I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to get fit. I'm going to travel. I'm going to whatever. I'm going to eat more vegetables, right? But the issue with that is, what does that mean? That's not quantifiable. You can't say, if I'm going to get less fat. Okay, like, how much less fat? When are you going to get fat? What are you going to do to make that happen? Because I guarantee you, 3 weeks down the track, if that was your New Year's resolution, you've probably made no change at all. Probably made no change.
Exactly. So there's not New Year's resolutions. It's almost like people. It's like it gets to like half past 11, and it's like, oh shit, I don't have a resolution.
Yeah.
I got to do something. Everyone else here has a resolution. I really need one. I need one now. All right, I'm gonna lose weight.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I'm gonna make more money. It's like, well, there you go. There's $2. You've got more money.
Yeah. Congratulations, you just met your goal.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that doesn't work because it needs to be quantifiable, and you need to know what you're going to do tomorrow, the next day, in a month, in 3 months, in 6 months, over the next 12 months. What are you going to do to make that happen? There has to be an action plan in place, or you won't get anywhere with it. It's not a resolution at all. There is no resolution because the goal wasn't even set properly in the first place.
I would tend to agree, Matt Kelly, and I would say that is the activity of the sloth.
It is very sloth. You know what? To set an incorrect goal, to set a New Year's resolution with no follow through, is kind of sloth-like.
It is.
It's awesome to go through the process. It's awesome to set the goal, but you need to do that follow-up.
You know what it's like? It's like, all right, you set the New Year's resolution. It's like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. And then the sloth comes, because remember, the sloth tests you at every single moment. The sloth comes in and he's like, do you really want this? Do you really want this?
Yeah.
And so he comes in and attaches right? And because you didn't have that action plan, you don't have the strength and the courage, and you don't have the willpower to fight off the sloth, and you sort of succumb to the sloth.
Yeah.
You know, it's almost like everyone else is doing a New Year's resolution. I better do one. I don't really care about it, but I feel like I have to fit in, so I'll do one.
Everyone does it, so I'm just going to do it. It's what we all do. It's what we all talk about. We say we're going to do it. If you're going to set it properly. Don't waste your time. Just do it. Just do it.
It's a bit sloth-like. So today, Matt Kelly, I'm very excited, and you might need to get out the Nature's Organic. This is a turning point because we're going to show you how to take your New Year's resolution, supercharge that, like pump it up, get an action plan so that it is just impossible for it not to happen.
It must happen. If it does not happen, then you have done something critically wrong in the planning stages. You weren't focused enough. Something's gone wrong if you don't achieve your goal. If you just set the resolution with none of that extra work, with none of that extra follow-up, with none of that, then you're not going to make it. You must set it in place so that if you don't achieve it, horrible things will happen. You will achieve your goal.
Mate, we're just going to absolutely load up the tools here, like everything we've got. Every single thing we know about goal setting is just...
Yep, good.
Today we're just throwing it out. Tremendous value because we do not want the we do not want the sloth.
Yeah.
This is the tool to jab the sloth 1,000 times and then 1,000 more.
Yeah.
Right. This is the tools to feed the samurai. This is going to be tremendous value today. I'm pumped, Matt Kelly. I'm pumped.
Awesome.
So let's talk about first thing. So the first challenge that a lot of people face when setting goals, and I did this for a long time, is I didn't have definition around what I wanted, and we talked about it before. So what do I mean by definition? Well, if I want to lose weight, how much weight do I want to lose precisely? You know, precisely.
When do you want to lose it by?
Exactly. What date? What precise date?
Yep.
So you might be 25 pounds overweight, okay? And you might say, all right, I want to lose 25 pounds in the next 12 months by December 31, 2012. Okay? That's specific. You've got dates attached.
Yep.
You know how much you need to lose. Like that 25 pounds, you could chunk that down into, all right, so there's 12 months of the year. So it's about 2 pounds a month. That means about a pound every fortnight. That means about half a pound every week.
So what change will you make to your life each week to lose that weight? Because if you do that small amount, that incremental, that tiny amount every day, right? Suddenly the goal doesn't seem that difficult, does it?
That's right. And we're going to talk about chunking down in just a second, but just as a general statement, it was really big at the start, wasn't it? 25 pounds, holy crap, man, I've got so much weight on me, like, how I can't see that happening.
Yeah.
It's never going to happen for me. But when you bring it down to like, what? I've only got to lose half a pound this week? It's like, shit, I can do that. And then it's like, ooh, maybe if I was just consistent and consistently took the sloth away, maybe I could make, ooh. All right. So, another issue, another challenge is, like, why do you want it?
Yeah.
You know, why do you want it? So many people will say, I want $1 million. And how common is that, man? It's just like, it's like $1 million is like this magical figure that's just going to solve every problem in the entire universe.
Yeah.
All right? But my question is, have you done your ideal day exercise? And then, have you done the cost, you know, the following episode where we costed out what your average ideal day is actually going to cost you?
Yeah.
You know what, Matt Kelly? I've done this exercise. It's not $1 million, man.
No.
It's not $1 million. Like, I sat down and did that exercise a while back, and I was like, all right, I'm going to go absolutely all in. I'm just going to be like, all right, if I think it could cost about, like, you know, if I think a first class ticket is like 10 grand to Europe, I'm just going to put in 15 grand for it, just because I don't really know.
Yeah.
Okay? I was just extravagant. I was like, yeah, I'll have that car, I'll have that house. Yeah, I'll have a beach house here, and Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll have like 7 surfboards and yeah, I want like on-piste skis, off-piste skis, heli skis, trick skis, I want just everything. I just want it. It was really extravagant and man, it was nowhere near the million.
Yeah.
It was nowhere near the million.
Mm.
So, uh, you know, why do you want this? What are the emotionally compelling reasons for going after this goal? So, and it comes back to we did RPM the other day. Remember, we did RPM. Results, purpose, massive action.
Mm.
What is the result? Crystal clear, and we just talked about that. It's got to be specific, measurable, and actionable. Yeah. So, what's the result? Why are you doing this? What's your purpose? And so, your purpose in making more money could be, well, if I make more money, then I'm going to be able to quit my job, which I hate. All right, I'm going to be able to get more healthy, get more fit, go and do like all these awesome adventures, go skiing, go surfing, ride quad bikes. My wife is going to find me more attractive, or if you don't have a wife, the ladies are just going to be like, start stacking. Man, Frank Kern calls it stacking the cool. Like, stack all this cool stuff that's going to happen if you achieve this goal, so that next time you look at that goal, you're like, oh yeah.
Yeah, I need to achieve it not because I will be skinnier, but because all of those, the follow-on effect of being skinnier, what does that result in for me? So you actually end up getting excited about the fact that was, the original goal was to lose weight. Cool. That would be good. I would be happy if I lost weight, but I would be really freaking excited if all of the other things happened as a result of losing the weight. And that's what motivates you then to follow through.
Get really attached to those reasons why. And I would offer as a suggestion, if you can't recite the reasons why off the top of your head, you're not associated with it enough.
Yep.
Right? Get more familiar. And there's ways that you can get more familiar. For example, every single morning, wake up and bring out your list of goals, look at them, and look at the reasons why. Write them on your wall. You might see I always put heaps of stuff on the wall. You know what that is? That's goals, baby. That's goals.
Yeah.
Right? That's goals. I got a whole section of my board here that says why. Why? Why am I doing these things? And you know what's there? It's things like go ski shoulder deep in the Gulmarg in Pakistan. Go to Brazil. Take all these awesome trips.
Yeah.
So anytime I'm looking at my goals and I'm like, oh man, that looks so big. Like losing 25 pounds, that is such an effort. It's like phase shift. Let's have a look at the why. All right, I get to go to the Gulmarg if I do this. And I'm like, for me personally, like you might not want to go to the Gulmarg, right? You might be a little bit freaked out by the fact that it's, there's guns and, whatever. But for me, that's like, yes, that's so awesome. And it inspires me. That is my living outrageous. So please go out, get the why. Connect yourself with the why. Because if you've got a big enough why, the how will reveal itself.
Yep.
The how will reveal itself. It will every single time. You will find a way.
Yeah. All
right. Did we make that pretty clear? You need to know the why?
I think that's pretty clear, yeah. It's all about giving you the clarity and that real, this is the result if I achieve the goal, this is what I will get, therefore I am excited about achieving the goal, and I'm motivated about achieving the goal. If I don't achieve the goal, those things won't happen. So you need, that is the why. That is why you have to do that. It's pretty clear and it's very important.
You just brought up a great point, Matt Kelly. You can even take it a step further, and we did this in the RPM exercise. You can say, all right, so here's the emotionally compelling reasons why I want to achieve this. If I don't achieve this goal, here are the emotionally compelling reasons of stuff that will, like the pain, right?
Yeah.
So you're stacking the pleasure, stacking the cool, but also you're stacking the pain, because we all know that people will do more to move away from pain than they will to move towards pleasure.
That is a very, very good point, yes.
Think about it. You, Matt Kelly, you would do so much more. Think of the hustle that you would get on to save yourself, right, $100,000.
Yep. So I've got $100,000 there, sitting there. What lengths would I go to protect that money from anything ever happening to that? Rather than looking for the next 100,000, you would spend so much more time focusing on what's already there and what you need to look after and protect, rather than go after something bigger, better, more exciting. So it's crazy.
Absolutely.
We can talk about health in this one. There's a great health example, which is...
Oh, yes. I love this, Kelly.
Yeah, if you find out that you're on track to getting cancer and dying, or you've just been diagnosed, or whatever it is, you will do so much more to prevent that from actually happening, right? So to go and correct the mistakes, to go and do whatever you can to prevent yourself from getting sicker, rather than in the first place changing your behavior, changing your diet, changing your habits to prevent yourself from getting it in the first place. So it's like I can either do something now and prevent it from happening full stop, or I'll worry about it when it happens and then I'll change everything. Right? There's a really simple approach here, which is, why not prevent it before it happens?
Absolutely. I love that example.
It's a good one.
So it's the pain pleasure. So stack the pleasure, stack the cool. Like, what's going to happen? How awesome is it going to be? So you got to have something to move forward to, man.
Yeah.
You got to have something to move forward to. And then stack the pain. So it's like, all right, if I don't lose weight, then, I'm not going to have any energy. I'm not going to be able to do stuff. I'm not going to get promotions. I'm not going to be able to start a business because I'll get too tired.
Yeah.
People aren't going to invite me to places because I'm a boring fuck. I'm not going to get a girlfriend. I'm not going to have a wife. I'm going to be lonely, miserable old man sitting in my apartment, eating chocolate, scratching my belly and watching the Ellen DeGeneres show.
Which isn't a bad show.
But,
Is it really what you want to be doing? I don't want to insult the Ellen fans. Ellen's pretty cool.
No, Ellen's cool. By the way, Matt Kelly, we're beating her podcast on iTunes.
We are beating her podcast.
I feel like we do have a little bit there where we can just go, Ellen.
Yeah.
But anyway, Ellen is cool. She discovers YouTube talent, man. I really like Ellen.
Yeah.
But do you want to be doing it at 12:30 on a midday weekday?
The point remains: is that really what you want? Is that really? Do you see yourself sitting there eating your massive freaking chicken leg and rubbing it all over yourself while you watch Ellen? Is that really what you want to do? Is that really what you want to do? No, it's not. Don't do it, please.
So we stack the pain, we stack the pleasure, and it's like you're in the middle here, and the pain's like, it's like a blowtorch up your ass. Like, come on, get there. All the while, you're running to get away from this blowtorch, but you're running towards something awesome.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's where RPM becomes very, very valuable. So stack the pain, stack the pleasure. All right. Next point, Matt Kelly. And I used to struggle with this for so long, man. I really did. I'm a very big picture person. I can see, you tell me what it's going to look like in 10 years, in 50 years, even in 5 years, in 1 year, in 2 years. Man, I am the man.
Yeah.
Right? I can tell you what that's going to look like with precise detail. But can I bring it down to what I need to do today? In the past, that was a real challenge for me. That was a real challenge. I'd have all these great big goals, and I didn't know how to bring it down.
Yeah.
If I'd been that fat person and wanted to lose 25 pounds, I couldn't have brought it back down to what do I need to do this week to make that happen.
Yeah.
So it's chunking down. So a great way that I like to do this is set your 1 year vision, right? Set your 1 year vision. What is it going to look like in a year? Or even go bigger, man. Even go bigger. Go 5 years, go 10 years, go 20 years.
Yeah.
Like, set it right out there. Like, just you don't have to know precisely what it looks like, but just be a bit of a magician. Like, pull out your paintbrush, man. This is your story. Write your own story.
And you're not looking this in either. You can, if you decide that you want to change it. Change it. There's no problem with that. You can make it more extreme. You can make it less extreme, depending on what you actually want to achieve out of the goal. So it doesn't really matter. You're not committing yourself to it to the point where you've got no other choices. It's just a matter of getting long-term clarity, so you know what you're working towards.
Exactly. So set it way out, and then we chunk it down. So if we go for the 1 year goal of, well, all right, let's talk about, all right, so in 1 year's time, I want to leave my job and be operating a business where I am earning the same money as my job.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so that's pretty big. That's out there. What do I need to do today to make that happen?
That's
well, the first step is to work out how much money you need to make. And let's just say it's $50,000. right? So I need to make $50,000 per annum, right, in 12 months' time. Let's chunk that down. So in the next, well, you could work it out on a daily basis, right?
Yep.
Work money out on a daily basis, so bring it down to what you need to make per month, per week, per day, like what we did in the previous episodes. And then I would go, all right, what do I need to do each quarter?
Yeah.
So what are some things that I might need to do in like the first quarter to start making that happen? Well, maybe I need to start something. You know,
You'll build the foundations.
Yeah, build the foundations. Seth Godin, poke the box, start something.
Yeah.
So many people don't start. That's the biggest hurdle, is actually starting and getting momentum. Right? I need to start something. Well, how am I going to start something? Well, I'm going to need to set the goal of, I don't know, finding the business that I'm in. You know,
doing the research and looking at the you know, the current environment, the landscape. What am I going to do? Where am I going to fit into that market? And what does that actually mean? So if I want to go, if I'm the goldfish expert, who else is out there talking about goldfish? What are they doing? Are they having success in certain areas and not in others? What learnings can I take from there? So I would argue that the very first step is that initial information identification phase where you're like, okay, this is what I need to know. I know it. Done. So that's
absolutely.
And it's so easy to do that. You can start that on your iPhone sitting on the bus.
Man, Google.com,
You can
man's best friend. Like, literally, this is the best time to live in the entire history of the world. Google.com, I want to know how to do this.
Yeah.
Google, and there it tells you.
Yeah.
Like, how awesome is that?
Yeah.
Ask and you will receive.
You're no longer pulling out the phone book or the encyclopedia and looking for information.
Man, what do we do with phone books these days?
Oh,
bonfire.
You use them to stand your computer monitor up higher. I don't know. I haven't seen a phone book in a long time, so yeah.
So we chunk down. And then it might be like, all right, in the second quarter, what do I need to do? I need to start connecting with some people, or I need to start selling product. You know, getting my name out there, writing some articles for some people, you know, emailing some people, getting on Skype with some people. You know, break down what could you do in each quarter to get to that goal. Now, in terms of chunking it down even further into what do you need to do today?
Yeah.
I think a big problem, big challenge for a lot of people who set their goals and want to achieve it is they set it, but they're not willing to change their rituals. Remember, if you do what you've always done, you will get the result that you always got. If you wake up and have coffee every morning, you're going to feel the same level of health that you've felt since the beginning of time when you've been drinking coffee. But if you change your ritual and change it to a glass of water, you're going to get a different result.
It's crazy when people do that. We've talked about this before. Oh, I've tried everything. Like, I've tried everything. No, you haven't. I don't care what you're talking about. I don't care who you are. You have not tried everything. No one. You cannot have tried everything in any situation. So reality is, if you wake up and you do the same thing that day that you did yesterday, that you did last week, if you do the same thing you've done every single day, man, you're gonna get the same result. If you expect something different, you're an idiot. Do not expect something different because it will be the same. It will. This drives me insane. I can't believe that people do this.
You just got to try different stuff,
You've got to
Matt
do
Kelly.
something different when you wake up to get a different outcome.
I'll tell you a story. So, man, when I was all through my childhood, I was really fat, man. I was really fat. I was 75 kgs, like 140 pounds when I was 10.
Yeah.
All right. I was a chunky mother. I was a chunk meister. All right. I got to 13 and I saw all my mates starting to get girlfriends. I was like, this is ridiculous. I want girls. So I'm going to have to get fit. I'm going to have to learn about fitness, health, nutrition. So, as many people may have experienced, there is a lot of conflicting information out there about health and nutrition. It's like, is yogurt good? I don't know. Is bread good? I don't know. You know, high carb, high protein, low protein, high fat, low sugar, high sugar. You know, should I eat sweet potato? there's a lot of conflicting stuff out there.
Yeah.
You know, but I knew what my goal was. I knew that I wanted to be fit. I wanted to be at the optimum level of health that I could reach. And I just kept trying stuff, man. I just kept trying stuff. You know, when I played rugby, I was very much a proponent of go lift weights and then eat a chicken. And then eat another chicken.
Yeah.
Right?
Because you need the most protein that you can get in you.
Exactly. Exactly. And now I know that that's not necessarily the best option.
Yeah.
Right? Especially, you know, now there's like free range chickens and grass fed chickens and that sort of stuff. There's a lot to be said for them.
Yeah.
And there's a lot to be said for barn chickens, you know. Not always the best option. But I've kept changing my approach. Like the number of times I've changed my diet, even this year, man, it's just ridiculous.
Last year, Dave.
Oh, last year, 2011. Yeah, I haven't really changed my diet.
In the last 24 hours. Oh, you might have.
Well, no, not really. I did what I did yesterday, I did that today as well.
Nice, all right.
But the point is, I kept changing my approach, and now, man, in May, I'm running 100k ultra endurance.
Yeah.
Like when I was 13 and 140 pounds and overweight and fat, like that just wasn't even in the realms of possibility.
Yeah.
But I knew where I wanted to go, and just step by step, I changed my approach. It's the ultimate success formula from the other day.
Yeah.
And you know what? In May is going to be the best feeling ever. Like that is going to be such an epic moment to finish that 100k. Change your approach, change your ritual. If we can, there's 3 types of people in this world, right? And they each have different rituals. And the first type is the dabbler, right? The person that just is like, all right, I want to learn golf. But they only go to the golf club like, you know, Sunday, and then it's like another like 3 months before they go to the golf club, or they like go to putt like after 3 weeks.
Yep, and Dave, they think that going and buying a set of $2,000 golf clubs will make them a better golfer, and so they do try these things, but it's very randomly.
Exactly. They give it a go, and then it gets a little bit hard. The sloth attacks, and they start to go down, and then there's Facebook, Twitter. Oh, you got an email, distraction, and then they stop.
Yep.
Right. How many times have you seen someone that's been like, yeah, I'm going to do that, and they do it for like a week, and then they quit?
Yeah.
Yep, happens all the time, man. But you know what? Our culture, the culture that we live in right now in the Western society, it encourages you to do that.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, it's the nature of the internet. It's like Facebook here, Twitter here, blah, 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 blah. It's like, You know? There's another type of person. It's what I call the stressor achiever, right? The person that achieves but stresses out while they're doing it. So, you know, they go to learn something, and then they hit a tough point, and they plateau, right? And then they're like, shit. They stress out majorly, and then they break through, and they go up again, and then they plateau, and then they go along, and then they hit another hurdle. It's like, and then they break through. And by the time they get to their goal up here, man, they're freaking exhausted. Like,
It's been the most difficult journey of their life every time they try something.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Man, you know what the perfect example of that reminds me of is being a partner in a law firm.
Yeah.
Right? You work your nut off at law school, 6 years, you go work your nut off at a firm, right? After 12 years of doing minimum 12-hour days, sometimes 15-hour days, 7 days a week, they finally give you the partner, right? The partner status, and you make all this money. But dude, you are rooted.
Yeah, is that really the outcome that you want? First of all, second of all, was the journey worth it?
Absolutely,
was it really worth it?
The point is, you got where you wanted to go, but man, you're so stuffed. Like you're just wasted.
Yeah.
All right, and there's a lot of people like that. The third type of person, and this is what I strive for. Yeah. This is the way to think about it. This is the psychology of success right here on Living Outrageously podcast. This is the master. This is the samurai master. And man, his approach The samurai master, he's a very clever dude, right?
Yep.
Because he goes on exactly the same path. He travels the same road as everyone else who wants to achieve stuff, but he has a different approach. He does this. So he'll go up, and then he'll hit a tough point and he'll plateau out, right? And he goes, "Oh, a problem. To be expected. Of course I'm going to hit problems."
Yeah.
And what does he do? He takes decisive action. He goes and finds someone that can help him. He's on this level. He finds someone who's on this level and says, "Hey, buddy, can you give me a bit of a hand? I need to get there." Right?
Yeah. What did you do differently when you hit this hurdle to get me there? Rather than me bashing my head against a brick wall trying to work it out,
quitting.
Who's done it? Who made it work? Who can I learn from to make a better pathway for myself? To be expected. There will always be hurdles. There will always be challenges. That's the sloth getting in your way, saying, "Ha, you're going to quit now." Because that's what everyone does. They get there and they either stress out big time and eventually get through, or they quit on the spot.
That's right.
So the sloth is going, "I know that statistically you will quit right now. Given your past performance, given what everybody else does, you'll quit because it's too hard. It's not worth it. You don't want to fight this battle." But reality is, other people have already gotten past that point.
Man, every single problem in your life that you have ever faced and you are ever facing right now, someone else on this planet has faced that problem and written a book, written an ebook, done a podcast, or otherwise had a seminar, otherwise is available for you to speak to.
Yes.
Literally every problem you have ever faced, someone else has solved.
Yep.
There is an answer out there if you want to go and look for it. There's no word of a lie. So that is what the master does. He'll hit the level, plateau. A problem. To be expected. To be expected. And he laughs exactly like that because he's like, "This is where the sloth fucks most people, but not me."
Yeah, that's right.
Not me.
Because listen, you will, with everything you do, I don't care what it is, there will be a sloth attack. There will be a sloth attack. The sloth will get in your way and go, "This is where you're going to quit because you always quit here." That's what will happen. If you don't get through it, you'll be like everybody else. Like everyone who sets those New Year's resolutions and doesn't follow through, that's what you'll be. That's what you'll be. So you have to find that person, that point where you're able to go, you just bypassed the sloth. How did you do that? How did you bridge that gap to get to this point here that I want to get to keep moving?
The master is almost like, he's like, now I get to bring out my samurai sword.
Yeah.
This is going to be fun.
Yeah. The challenge is what makes it exciting, Dave.
Imagine thinking about it that way. How big is that? Isn't that just a massive shift? Like to think when the stressor achiever hits the problem and goes, "Oh, fuck, it's a problem."
Yeah.
The master says, yes, a problem. Time for my samurai sword.
Yeah.
Die, sloth, die. How cool is that? Man, I love that. I love that. Yes. Double samurai sword. Turning point. Nature's Organic. That's a turning point brought to you by Nature's Organic. Shampoo, 2-in-1 conditioner. So, and as is always on the Living Outrageously podcast, it is your choice which one you want to be.
Yeah.
Do you want to be the dabbler? Do you want to be the stressor achiever?
Yeah.
Do you want to be the master? And I'm going to throw another layer in here, Matt Kelly. Another thing popped into my head, another tool. This session's all about just throwing the tools out there. Massive value. This is the next tool. You know the way of the master? The way of the master is he will immerse himself in the activity. Absolutely immerse himself.
Yep.
Right? Just for example, you go to a Tony Robbins seminar, it's like 4, 5, 6 days, like 8 a.m. to midnight every single day. You're just getting hit with all this stuff.
Yeah.
Man, there is no way you can escape what he is blasting out at you.
Yeah.
Right? You are immersed in it, like literally immersed. Right? The master will immerse himself and then go back with spaced repetition.
Yeah.
Right? It's like going to the gym.
Yeah.
Okay? It's like you go in, bust out the bench press, get some squats happening, and then you have a day off, 2 days off, and then you go back. You repeat.
Yeah.
A couple of days off, go back, repeat. You do need that time for rest and relaxation. spaced repetition. Boom, 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 boom. It's like the guy who wants to lose weight. He's like, I need to do this training session. All right, and then the next day I'm going to do my training session. And then the next week I'm going to lose half a pound. And then the next week I'm going to lose half a pound.
Yeah.
Right? It's that sticking power. So it's pretty cool. I like that.
Very good.
It's the way of the master.
High value content there, Dave. Very high value. That is outstanding.
Yeah, it's the way of the master.
And the thing is, really, if you sit down and actually think about it, you know which one of those three things you are. You know the approach you take. You might take different approaches depending on what you're doing, but you know really who you are. Like, I know there's elements of the dabbler in me now. I know that. I get distracted when my phone beeps. When my phone goes off, if I know I've got a text message sitting there, it doesn't matter what I'm doing, it's really hard for me not to check that. Curiosity kills me in that situation. I need to know what that text message says. That text message could then lead me to be distracted for 10 minutes, half an hour. As a result of what that text message has said, I might then go away and do something else. I might think about something else, whatever. If I'm absolutely committed to doing what I'm doing, that shouldn't even be a thought in my head. Not a thought.
Phone off, throw it away.
Yep.
It's done.
Yep.
It's done.
Because for this period of time, I must do this. I must achieve this goal. I must complete this task. If I don't do that, X will happen. I will have no outcome and the sloth will molest my brain. So you've got no choice. You must remove yourself from those distractions, and that's reality. Man, awesome.
Yeah. Man, this has been great. It's seriously been great. Like, we got so much information here to just take away the samurai. Why would we want to take the samurai away?
Oh, geez, don't take away the samurai. No, we want the samurai.
No. Sorry, twist my language around. Let's get rid of the sloth. Get rid of the sloth and feed that samurai,
Embrace the samurai.
That samurai. Make the All right. Samurai Master?
Ooh.
Has he just earned himself another title? The Samurai Master?
It's tough, because the samurai was already pretty high up there.
But is he now a Samurai Master?
Wow.
Maybe.
Did you graduate to the Samurai Master after you introduced the samurai? Right? So you've introduced the samurai, you recognize a sloth, you're attacking the sloth. Once you've achieved that single point of every time the sloth comes, I know to kill it, maybe you become the Samurai Master.
That's right. That's awesome. I feel like I'm in a game of like Mario Kart or something where I like...
You've just graduated.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes. All right, Matt Kelly. Is that the business, man?
I think that's it.
That's a lot of stuff, man. That's a lot of stuff. Like, work through those things and... Dude, I'll see you 31 December 2012 for some... All right, Matt Kelly. Do you have a quick tip, or should I do a quick tip?
I have a quick tip. One will be fast.
Okay,
I'm just going. I've got to get my props. I have props.
Okay, good. Is this going to take a long time for you to get props?
No.
Oh, okay.
This was an epic Christmas present for me. It is a globe.
Last year or the year before?
No, as in just last year. Yes, like last week.
1 week ago. Okay.
Yeah. So, the reason this globe is my quick tip is because when I had this sitting on my desk, and I'm sitting there pondering on my goals, right? And I'm like, I want to do some more travel this year. Okay, I could just write, I want to travel on my list.
A lot like New Year's resolution, a lot like the sloth.
Yeah, but you know what? That's a sloth-like goal to say, I want to travel. Okay? It's cool to travel. Traveling is awesome. But just saying, I want to travel is a sloth-like resolution. Okay.
Not enough definition, not enough...
Not at all. You need to take that step further. So what I've been using this for is when I'm planning stuff, I'm like, oh yeah, I might go and do this there. Okay, what's near that I also want to do? Man, I've found places on this that I haven't even thought that I might go to, but it makes sense to given where I plan on being. So why not? Why not just experience things that are a bit different to what you're doing now and learn a bit. Like, we all know that there's a few key areas around the world that everyone's like, I want to go there. But how much goes on outside of those areas? Right now, Dave and I both live about an hour south of Brisbane. Tourists never come out to where we are now. Never. They go to Brisbane, they go to the Gold Coast, they go to Sydney. That's where they go, right? There's some exciting stuff going on around here. There's also some boring stuff, but there's some exciting stuff.
Yeah.
Right? But people don't
Great
even...
natural environment.
Man, exactly. Go to the Facebook page, facebook.com/living outrageously. We posted a photo yesterday. That photo, I'm not going to say any more about it, but that photo is taken 10 minutes from our house.
Yeah.
Pretty outrageous. Pretty outrageous. Curiosity will kill you, and you will go to our Facebook page and look at that. Do it. I reckon, get a map, get a globe, get something that allows you to look at it and go, what do I really want to do? What works? What makes sense for me to do in that place? And then get super excited about it. So get passionate about it. Find it and go like, holy crap, 15 minutes from there, an hour from there, 2 hours from there, I can do this, which will equal this. Man, I need to make that happen. I need to make that happen right now. That has to happen.
That's awesome.
So
that's
yeah. Epic clarity.
It's like I want to go skiing in Japan. Well, all right, I can go to Hakuba and but to get to Hakuba, Tokyo's not far. Oh, I can go watch the sumo.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
How good's that?
Suddenly you're actually fleshing out your entire trip. And if you want, man, saying I'm going to go to Japan, cool. Yeah. Saying I'm going to Japan to do this in a 2-week period. That 2-week period will be the most epic 2-week period of my life. Man, how much more exciting, how much more compelling, how much more am I going to fight to make sure that trip happens?
Absolutely.
That's excitement.
Kelly, love it, man. Love it.
Quick tip, done.
I'm going to get myself a globe.
Do it. They're good.
That's good.
They're
That's
good.
good.
Yeah. I'm very happy with
All
that.
right,
That was a,
okay,
that was a quality Christmas
tip.
present.
Yeah, good. Yeah. My quick tip is to do with rituals, all right? So we talked about rituals and how they support you in taking action to achieve the goals that you want to achieve. So the question might be, what rituals can I take? What rituals can I do every single day to get me to take the action that I want to take? And just broadly, like there's certain rituals you can, depending on your goal, but this is a ritual across the board that works amazingly. I've done this for a long time myself, and when I don't do it, I feel like arse. When I do it, I feel amazing. First thing that you do when you wake up, go and have at least 500 mils of water. Yeah, Matt Kelly, he is always drinking water. I am as well. Right?
Amazing.
Have the water every single day. 500 mils straight up. First thing you think about, get the water into you. Not coffee, not juice, get the water in.
Can I make a confession? Can I make a confession on that?
Yeah,
Man,
please.
There are days when I know I wake up in the morning and don't consume anything when I first wake up. Okay? I get up, I sit down at my desk, you know, it might be an hour, 2 hours later, 3 hours later, and have coffee. Now, coffee is that interesting concept where you might get that buzz, but it's not as good as drinking this. We can talk about the health impacts later, but man...
Breakthrough with Matt Kelly.
Magical. Freaking turning point.
Turning point. Nature's Organic. That was a turning point brought to you by Nature's Organic.
Amazing.
Yeah, grab some water. My second part to this ritual, Matt Kelly, is to go out for 10 to 15 minutes of light exercise first thing in the morning, right? So what am I talking about here? Well, you got a tennis ball, right? Go walking and bounce your tennis ball. All right? Tim Ferriss does that all the time. All right? Tony Robbins jumps on a mini tramp and just bounces. Right? He just bounces. 10 minutes, just bouncing. Maybe a bit of music on, right? Get you feeling good. You know, a bit of Flow Rider, good feeling. Whatever music makes you feel good. Get some words. Don't listen to, like, songs where the lyrics bring you down. Like, listen to songs where the lyrics bring you up.
Yeah.
Get that exercise happening. Deep breaths are awesome, man. I happen to be into Bikram yoga, so a few deep breaths, you know. Oh, man, that's so good. That's so good. Like, I didn't even finish the breathing properly there, but, you know, instantly you feel better. So, quick tip, jump on the water first thing in the morning. Get yourself 10 minutes of exercise. Or even deep breathing, man. Even deep breathing.
Yeah.
And, dude, you'll have a great day. You'll be in the zone. Your mind will be clear. That's it, man. That's it.
Dave Thompson, turning point.
Turning point.
Exciting.
Awesome episode, dude, man. Holy crap. I've just got to say to viewers, last night, Matt Kelly and I, we had the single best conversation the world has ever known. Yeah. And honestly, there is some crazy, awesome stuff happening on the LOP in 2012. Man, oh, dude, how good was that conversation last night?
If if anyone wants to get involved, right, in the LOP, okay, at all, we've got huge plans. And a few people have reached out and helped us out with different ideas. Man, this is going to blow out and you want to be a part of it. Let's face it. This is going to be really, like, I'm not talking about we're going to keep doing this little podcast from our houses every week. I'm talking big plans.
I'm talking like, yeah, we were talking about mobile platforms for podcasting and like, I want to podcast from halfway up Everest, and
we've got crazy stuff coming. So
I don't know if I'm probably not going to Everest this year, but as an example,
yeah, that's by choice, not a limitation, a choice.
No, I'm not. Well, I'd have to do Everest in May, and I'm doing the 100K race, so
yeah.
But that's cool. There's going to be some awesome stuff happening. Matt Kelly, where can people find you?
mattkelly.com.au, twitter.com/Matthew Kelly. Dave Thompson.
Oh, guess what, man? Facebook.com/Living Outrageously. And on the blog, which we just updated with our reading list, man.
Yes.
Remember the highly recommended? I forgot to tell. Yeah. So, we now have a list of our most recommended books. And, dude, there's some cool stuff there. There's, like, business and marketing, like Becoming Superhuman, Travel and Be Free, like, all these cool books. Just check them out. Do it. Buy them, and
Can I just say, Dave?
Yes.
Today we gave out how many hundreds/thousands of dollars worth of value did we give to someone if they went and sat in a room with someone and they gave them this information? How much would that cost?
Oh, mate, like so much, hey. Like, you could have a coaching session with a personal coach who would teach you like one aspect, just one topic of what we spoke about today, and they could charge you anywhere from $150 to $1,000 for that one session.
Yeah.
So, if we were presenting this to a business, this is like $500, like $1,000, $2,000 for a 1 hour lunchtime presentation, man. But it's all free here on the LOP, man. What else would you rather be doing, Matt Kelly?
Nothing. If you got value out of this, if you're sitting there like, cool, if you learnt one thing from this episode, and I know you learnt more than one, but if you learnt one thing, go to the Facebook page. Tell us that you learned something. Tell us that you like it. Tell us that you don't like it. We need that feedback. You'll help shape the future episodes, and that's awesome. Awesome. You'll craft what this becomes because we want that community support because that's what tells us what you guys want to hear. Secondly, iTunes reviews.
Oh yes.
Hit us up on iTunes in the reviews.
Love the iTunes reviews.
Yeah, it'd be good to get a few more reviews in there. That would be awesome. So if you're getting any value at all free for you. 100% free, but do us a favor and hit us up because that's what we really want to hear.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. We are building such a cool community. Hey, like there's awesome people all over the show, like Eric Spencer and Jerry's mate, and
our Facebook page has heaps of awesome people, and we're loving it. So hit us up, facebook.com/Living Outrageously, and that will you'll literally help craft the show, and that's important to us. So do it now, immediately.
Immediately.
Do it.
Matt Kelly, we have some important business to take care of out on the bay today, out in the boat. Let's just finish this business right here. It has been a pleasure podcasting. Man, this is where it's at. I love this stuff. Absolutely love it. And remember, if you want a boring life, go sit in a cubicle. My name's Dave Thompson. That is Matt Kelly. We will see you on the other side.
Peace out, everyone. Woo!